Can be absolutely scary, right? And that's why many of us even avoid traveling to a new country, new place. But what if I tell you there is a way to have a personal friend who will show you around the country? That makes it so much more easier, and then you feel lighter and you want to go ahead and travel. Airbnb is all that and more.
Okay, so hi, I'm Charvi. I came here for VH1 Supersonic and I stayed at Mariam's place. It's a really beautiful house, as you can see. She's put in a lot of effort and it just feels like home. Also, Mariam's really cool. Had a nice time chilling with her at VH1 Supersonic. So anyone who's coming to Pune, I'd 100% recommend this place. And there's also this really beautiful, cute little cat, Babusa. You should come here, have a nice time, make some politically incorrect jokes while having breakfast. And it'll just be nice.
Hi, welcome to Conversations with the Persian Ladki. Today's conversation is basically about this really cool application, website, whatever you may want to call it, where people host strangers at their home. So it's a homestay service. I'm sure you must have heard about Airbnb. And even if you haven't, I'm going to tell you all about it. So yes, I am an Airbnb host, and I absolutely love the impact that this application or concept is having on my life. I'll tell you how and why I absolutely love Airbnb. So Airbnb, as I said, is a hosting service. So you get people from all over the world come stay with you for a designated period of time. Now, I'm kind of person that doesn't like full-time, like having a full-time roommate. And so this is just right for me, that Goldilocks, where you try the big bowl and then you go into the medium and then you go into the small bowl. I prefer the small bowl, even though I do get requests for long-term stays. Now, so the way this works is you have someone write to you, you list your property on Airbnb.com. People there then go ahead and search for properties in a particular area. You are matched and they send you a message saying, hello, I'm absolutely excited. I want to stay at your place. Your place looks lovely. And then you as a host have the freedom to either accept or reject or decline their request, correct? And once that is established, you've accepted someone to come stay at your place. The process starts where, they start planning, and then you start planning for their visit as well. You get your house really beautiful, you get it cleaned up, you get it all sorted, and you're waiting for that Airbnb guest to come who's going to add immense value to your life. And that is exactly what has happened. Some of my best Airbnb moments were my first Airbnb guest in Pune, who was a screenwriter from Kolkata. Superb guy, very eclectic. He even cooked for me. He was the first one to actually inaugurate my kitchen. And then I had people who were into 3D printing, people who are from Punjab, and I absolutely love Punjabis. So this was like cool, trying to learn about all the, cool Punjabi singers. I also had this one particular female guest all the way from LA. She was superb. She stayed with me for 2 weeks and she was vegan. So this was the first time I was ever being introduced to vegan culture. Superb, right? And then there were those moments that were not so great because, see, when you're hosting someone on Airbnb, you expect some kind of interaction, correct? The guest is not booking a hotel, they're booking your home. And when you don't find a guest who likes to interact too much, becomes a bit of a problem. So this is exactly what I'm saying. So if you are the kind of person who doesn't like to interact with a lot of people, I recommend you go to a hotel. But if you're the kind of person who loves to gain from different cultures and people, then definitely try out Airbnb. Now, as I told you, Airbnb is where you're staying in somebody's home, correct? So you're not going to a hotel. So treat it like somebody's home, treat it like your own home. Interact with people, be nice, be polite, follow their rules. You must follow their rules. I have a lot of rules myself, like, don't drink out of a bottle, pour the water into a glass and drink out of the glass. Simple things like this, but they make a huge difference in making things okay between you and your host, right? Another thing to note is please be wary about kind of their culture. So if there's a culture of not wearing shoes in the house, they come from that particular, follow that. You'll be in good books with each other. For hosts, be as nice as you can, be as welcoming as you can. Don't promise things that you can't deliver. Like for instance, I hate cooking and I hate making breakfast, so I don't really promise breakfast. Yeah, so I say, okay, if I'm ordering from outside, you're welcome to join me. That's the promise I make, right? And I've been an Airbnb host for over 5 years now. I started off in Cairo and now to Pune. A fabulous journey. I've met people from Mexico, from all parts of the world that they bring in so much value to my life, and I cannot stress that enough. I have learned about things that I probably would have never learned about without, like, as I mentioned, vegan, the vegan culture, and I didn't know what it was. She actually made me try it and I loved it, but whether it's sustainable for me is another question. So yes, another issue that hosts grapple with is security, and also guests do, of course, because they're staying in someone's house, anything could happen, right? So don't worry, Airbnb is completely secure. Unlike couchsurfing, which doesn't have a lot of security in place, verifications in place, Airbnb is completely secure. You have the option to bid someone goodbye if you're not safe with them, or you don't feel happy or whatever, content with them being around. You can always call Airbnb customer service, they'll sort you out. Now, I work at an IT company, which is an hour and a half away from my house. I still have Airbnb guests stay over. Completely stress-free. I'm not worried about them being in my house while I'm away, or anything being stolen or things being broken. In fact, I had a few guests who broke things in my house, but they were very kind to actually go ahead, go buy Fevicol, buy some kind of glue stick, and stick the pieces together and say, sorry, we'll also reimburse you for it. So Airbnb creates a conscious community. And that is something that is changing the way we deal with people. We meet strangers, we interact with them. I've done an episode on strangers, be sure to watch it. Yes, you're meeting strangers, you're interacting with them, you are having fun, you're getting to know them, it's like you're opening your world to someone who turns from a stranger to being a friend. Yes, you do become friends with many of your Airbnb guests. And that is the beauty of it. Airbnb, again, creates a conscious community. Nobody's stealing from anybody. Nobody is causing anyone harm. Nobody's, getting harassed, all of that. So Airbnb is absolutely safe. From that point of view, I hope you've liked the video. If you've liked it, like, share, and subscribe to the Conversations with the Persian Lady. See you next week.
Hi, my name is Abhishek. It's my first time in Airbnb. Maya is a really perfect host for any first time or any season Airbnb. She's very generous, very friendly, very amicable. That is what, right? I don't know. I forgot the word.
Yeah,
Amiable or amicable? I don't know that.
Amiable.
Okay.
Her house is very quirky, and it's a vintage and antique vibe, and you will get all the amenities and comfort that you would find in your home. I highly recommend Mariam as a Airbnb host. I love you, Mariam.